All right, we're good. Let's get the poll going. There we go. There's a poll. Feel free to vote. Hey, Mandy, how are you, mate? How's it going? Did a bit of a snake game stream earlier, wake my mind up. So we did a bit of that. How's things in your world, mate? How's things going? Just making a coffee. I really don't want to. It's pretty late today. We had a sleeping and stuff. I was up playing. I was overthinking, so I stayed up and played that snake game. So I live streamed that. And yeah, just having a chiller day today. You know how it is. Like you got to slow down some days. You gotta recognize when you need to slow down a bit. So we're just slowing down a little. Hope you're all well today. I'm hiding behind the voting poll there. Yeah, we'll get down the garage shortly and keep on at it. Keep on at the mission. But yeah, I'm liking these body double streams, right, where people can get work done. I mean, honestly, it was 0 subs all yesterday. It was 16 subs the day before. It's 0 yesterday. I don't know. Depends who YouTube feeds us, right? Good. Just working through my assessment in small chunks. I don't feel like doing this either. Still on the old grease spiral, but trying to make healthy choices. That's it, man. You can't operate off how you feel, right? You can feel shit. You can feel that way, but this is what I mean. Is like as crap as I feel today, right now, I'm not going to sit here and do nothing and just end up doom scrolling or something because it's not going to serve me, right? Take it as it comes. Yep. It's about viral subs and more about building consistent community, which you're doing. Yeah, exactly. You're bang on. You're very intuitive, Mandy. You're very, yes. Yeah, I'm saying you're very good at reminding me of what my mission and what I set out to do on YouTube is, right? When I doubt myself. Susie's like that as well. She's very good at reminding me of what I should be doing and focusing on. And when to take a break. No, go to bed. You stay in here. You stay in. Don't you knock over my coffee. You stay in. Stay in. I'm gonna go get set up in the garage, dog. Down there. I feel like blooming babyface now with the beard gone. I've got babyface mode. People were saying yesterday I've lost 10 years by shaving my beard off. So that means I must look 29 now. Well, I didn't look 39 before, so I don't know. Maybe I'll look 25 again. If I can pull that off, I'll be happy. Oh, the garage is getting very full at the moment, guys, with all this stuff going on. Let's get some light on. That would be the first order of business, would it not? Light in here. I am trying to leave the big lights off just because they drink power, man. Forgive me. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's what I didn't know it when I met Susie, but yeah, she's we reckon she's ADHD or something as well. So she's very understanding with a bit of the tism. I think she's got the same sprinkle of ADHD and autism that I've got. So yeah, keep on working at it. We'll keep on building this floor, and then we can build shelves and put all the stuff away. And yep. I'd have to find the tripod a nice home for you guys. Find you a nice spot. There you go. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It's just repetition over time, right? I appreciate the support, Mandy. Where are we on that there? It's kind of hard to get you guys back. It's very hard to get a view in here at the moment with all the stuff moving around the garage, unfortunately, but we're getting there. Something like that. Something like that. Now, I gotta find somewhere for this windscreen where it's not gonna frickin' break. This is the kind of stuff I started overthinking last night, right? Got like a windscreen there and stuff, and it's like, not really anywhere safe to put it right now. Keep slipping on the floor. Like this is, man. Maybe to put some of this stuff, you know. I'm always breaking it. Shit. I'm definitely starting to get overstimulated, to be honest, guys. Stuff like this just gives me anxiety, honestly. Just need to calm down for a second. Is that going to stay there? Let's hope it does. I guess it's alright. See, immediately, it's all anxiety, man. It's all my forehead literally starts sweating. Like my brain's like telling me dumb shit, like, oh, just go smash the glass off. Fuck it, like, right, whatever. You're sick of these problems, sick of this, you know. There's stuff I used to do when I was overstimulated all the time, right? I would have just smashed it outside and just gone, screw it, now it's not a problem, right? That's actually, yeah, some family experiences, things I witnessed and stuff, built that up. Unpacked that once upon a time. But, you know, it's all about understanding the mind and, you know, now I don't do it, but I still feel that frustration, you know, that, it's like, all right, I need to recognise when I get that kind of feeling and give myself a moment, you know. Good old ADHD, man. They call that IED with ADHD, impulsive explosive disorder. Good fun. All the good fun stuff to live with. It's alright. Live and learn. We've got windows, slide windows there for the Mini as well. Oh no, those are the back ones. Yeah, we're pretty deep in the process of the garage at the moment with having, you know, the floor torn up, and we've pulled out all the racking, all the shelves. We've torn everything apart to get it this redone, you know. Bit stressful. It's looking more and more like I'm only going to pull the garage floor up until here, and that's enough that I can go either direction with the way I build the floor. It's just, yeah, the beams on the rest of the floor run that way, these ones run this way for this section. But we got to pull it all out, so. Part of the big man cave upgrades, mate. Yeah. Oh no, I mean, a lot of people click off at the moment, of course, right? Because all they see is some dude in a messy garage. You know, it's very hard to convey through a question or something, or a poll, like you know, my whole history and run down the channel and why we do it, right? So, I think honestly, I think it'll make a big difference for viewership working on cars and stuff, if rather than a messy workshop of crap everywhere. You know, if it's really well organised, obviously it looks more professional, right? It looks more like you know what you're doing, makes people watch, right? Obviously. But this is the unseen work of building a shed, building a garage, make it all work. Got some votes on the poll. Only 2 votes on there. Make sure you put a vote on the poll, guys. I haven't put one up there. Let me rock my brain. You can vote on that if you like. The feedback is important to us. But yeah, I'll just tear out this bit. We'll build this, and then we'll move all the workshop over to here. So I think at this stage is the best path forward. I've just got bits of glass all around here, and I've got a lot of parts over there taking up a lot of space. Just because it's all laid out all over the floor, obviously, right? Just because we've torn out like all the shelving that was on this wall. This whole area, what goes on the floor, you can fit on the shelves, right? On its own. So when you start moving everything around, you create a giant systemless cluster F of. And I don't know if you can see, but as you can probably see, I've stained the blimmin' trackies with blimmin' hydraulic oil a couple of days ago, so that was a good bonus. And that is, again, a reminder of why I should wear my overalls. Is that my screwdriver? Alright. Good reminder to wear my overalls, but now, I mean, oh, you know, the seal's broken on the trackies now, they've got a big oil stain on them, so that's good. Hello, how are you? How's it going? How are you today? Just continuing on with the floor build, right? Continuing on, we're into the workshop area now. So this is the last two, like this section to here. And then we're going to have to tear out all this and redo it too. But I need to get as far as here at least. So, going to have to move that mini engine over here. That's going to be the main thing at the moment. I got to get this big white board out before we can tear up the rest of the floor. So pull out the I'll move the mini engine over up where that saw is. You'll see. Worried about all this at the moment. Hope we don't need to get the toolbox. My garage is now like a goat track to get anywhere. It's alright. Mini engine and gearbox. With steel caps. this whole floor here like collapsed off what I screwed it to. Which is interesting, which is why like none of this is level or set in. It all just got thrown in there. So we'll make it nice. We'll make it nice. It's going to be a challenge. I like a challenge, so who doesn't like a good challenge? Where else can I put these, man? I'm out of spaces for stuff. I'm going to be running it that way. Stick them here, figure it out from there. I'm working it out. Just weighing up if I keep this the direction they were or if I change it. Versus running it from there. This is the problem of overthinking, is you can sit at night laying awake going, oh, am I going to do it? But once, you know, so I try not to sit there and just think and think and think. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. It's very hard to stream it, guys, to sit here and like want to like figure out a project as you go. I feel like people need to know what's going on, and then I'm like, oh, too much pressure on myself, mate. That's what it is. So yeah, we can either keep running these beams this way, or we could do them that way like the rest of the floor and just keep on building off that, which I think is probably going to be better. No. Oh, we found what was left of a rat. Found what was left of a rat. He was he'd seen better days. Yeah. Only one. There is a possum that lives in the back of the garage though. He'll be asleep up there at the moment. He's chilling. His name's Gary. Gary the possum. Oh man. This is what happens when you have a fully finished floor like this. This just got thrown down real quick, man. Real quick. Like, I think I set up the whole floor for this area and stuff in like a day, so this one's just got stuff all under it, thrown everywhere. Under that race car had no flooring, so everything just kept getting thrown under it. That's what happens, you know, you're either organised or it starts just eating everything, right? I've had enough. See, that's for my tool. I've been looking for that. I've been looking for that for like a year. Fell through my floor. I've been finding a lot of things. All the stuff that I knew was like missing, and I'm like, where's it gone? I think we're building a good collection now of relocated lost shit. That's good. Good positive for the day. Kabo, do you remember me? I always remember you, Kabo. I'm pretty good at remembering people, Kabo. I'm pretty good. How are we all going today, guys? Hope you're all well. Take a chat for a minute. The overwhelm and the anxiety of hoarding disorders and ADHD and yeah. That's right. I'm definitely well past my hoarding. Like I'm not one of those like I've got to keep everything. There's just a lot of stuff I do have to keep until I know I got 20 different cars to build, and until I build them I don't know what they need. So like do I dig through every bit of like every piece of a car interior and go, well, I need 5 or 6 of these, you know, I might, you know, and I've got 10 of them. I usually just like, if I have like 20 or something, I'll literally bin 10 of them and just keep the nicest 10, shit like that, right? Because I just used to keep everything. I'd part out cars and just put everything on the shelf and just leave it there, you know. I'd pick the shell down to nothing, and now I've ended up stuck with all the crap. No, I'm a mechanic, mate, mechanic. We build cars and motorbikes and stuff on here. At the moment, I'm building a garage floor. Just this was a shed I put up in a big hurry at home. And yeah, it needs to be done better so we can operate. So that's the mission. That is the mission at the moment. As I say, my channel mostly streams boring, tedious work or chats about improving your life, right? I know it's not for most people. I know people are looking for entertainment, all that, right? So, but that's how you separate yourself from people, right? You don't go off how you feel. If you're looking for motivation, you're not going to... Motivation doesn't come out of thin air. You need discipline, right? Discipline is thinking all the thoughts and telling that to shut up and just come and put 10 minutes at something. So that's what I do here, man. That's what I advocate for. Works for some people. Good friend is very good friend, still email social apps. He's an online friend, so can't be friends anymore. Just give him some time, bro. Just give him some time. I've had that with friends, bro. I've done it to everyone as well myself. Where I just got rid of social media. Give people a number, contact number, maybe a WhatsApp or something. Just find some way you can still communicate with each other through some kind of messaging, other than like just email, right? But it sounds to me like he's trying to cut distraction, right? Like that's why I did it. That's why a few people I know have done it. It's just cutting out that distraction of not being able to control your social media use. Like before I was a YouTube creator, I would disable the YouTube app on my phone every day when I needed to do work down here, so I wouldn't sit on YouTube. You can't delete the app, so you can go into it and go disable it, and it'll take away its thumbnail and whatever. I know as a YouTube creator, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but you get what I mean, right? Like if you can't keep off it. Like, that's why I got off Instagram originally and stuff. And then to do with this channel, a few years later, I've made this channel. Now I'm on YouTube, which keeps me from scrolling on my phone, but then I'm creating content on Instagram as well, which drags me into that doom scrolling. And like with ADHD, I'm so susceptible to it. That's why I was streaming that snake game earlier today. It's better for me to play that snake game and work my mind and have some fun that way than doom scroll through shit, right? It's a fun way of fun learning. The guy who does the goat raids, the people who raided me, he was playing that yesterday, so he got me into that. We got another bolt here, I think. But yeah, as I say, it was all thrown down quick, so we're going to tear it up and just doing it properly. All of, like, the next couple of weeks on here are going to be garage organising, garage cleaning, going through, like, probably not every bloody box in here, but, you know, we've got to make shelves, we've got to put things away. I don't want to end up with 50 bins of just shit, right? So I think we'll do some streams where the way I'm thinking it at the moment is I'll get the space set up, we'll get the floor in. I don't give a crap about how much mess I'm making right now. All I give a crap about is having the floor, because once the floor is all wet edge, then I can get the shelving in, right? Then there's got to be things to put, there has to be systems in place created. A thing has to have a place to be put away, right? Like if you have a hammer and it's just laying around, you know, it needs a drawer, it needs a cupboard, it needs a hook, it needs something, right? Anything without a place is always just going to lay around, right? Because it doesn't have a home. So that's what I'm core building at the moment. We'll get the shelves and we'll get a whole heap of stuff put away. We will end up sorting through some bins of stuff as I do that. But I think there's going to be a lot of bins of stuff, a lot of parts shelves that we're just going to work through day by day. And I'm just going to be like, all right, guys, we're cleaning out this plastic bin right now. And like, you guys can clean out some of your end, do your dishes, whatever it is, right? The usual. But that's the whole idea here, is to stream this being a shit heap garage that cost me, you know, this garage, everything included, the floor, the whole 6-car garage, everything. I'm about $2,000 US into this, doing it myself, right? Rather than $30,000, $50,000, right? So we'll see what we can do. It's going to take time, right? I'm doing it all myself, building my own cabin and stuff as well. We do that, and yeah, we talk about mental health, depression, motivation and discipline. That's the main thing here. That sounds like a bit of you. There's buttons. I know it's not YouTube brain rot. I'm here to, that's exactly why I'm here. So you're scrolling through the brain rot, I catch you and try and help you. I'm not saying you shouldn't just doom scroll and enjoy some lives, like go for it. But like if you're guilty and you're hating yourself and you're like, man, I got no motivation, this is the channel to come to, right? So if you're not feeling it today, but sometimes you struggle, you can always come in on the day it sucks, ask a question. Right? Whatever works for you guys, I don't know. I can only put the idea out there, right? Beyond that, you can't control other people. I can't control who YouTube feeds in here. I can't control if people want the message or not. I can only but try. But yeah, I just do it all because I've been there. And I still go through it each day, and I'm finding the way, you know, everything in me still wants to be sitting inside doing nothing, but we're fighting back. Because I've got shit to do. Feel like you have no purpose. Find one. Hey! Heidi, shush! Neighbours have people around, of course, as always. Purpose is found in, like, it's a sense of self outside of yourself. Like, if you're looking for purpose in life, you're not going to find it in your own pursuit of doing something for you as such, right? I had that friend I cut off recently was arguing with me about it, saying that me serving on YouTube is all about me. And I was like, how do you mean? He's like, oh, you want to make money? I was like, well, not really. I said, it's to try and help people with depression and stuff, people who are struggling. And he's like, yeah, but it's still for you, regardless. His opinion was, anything you do in life, it's for you regardless, because you're trying to virtue signal as a good person or this or that. It's all for me in some way. I don't quite follow what he means on that. Like, he's basically framed it as, you know, it makes me feel like I'm a good person who's helping or whatever. I just think that's just such a, I don't know. He talked down my channel in a lot of ways, so I kind of put it under that basket. He just said basically what I'm doing won't help anybody, and I have no value to him, and this and that and whatever. It's just shit you don't need in your ear, right? We've been talking about that a lot with the chat this week, about toxic people in your life, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, and how much they can slam the brakes on your life, right? And sometimes people are only in your life for a season, right? Until you learn that lesson, or you know, you might hang around with people for years and years and do this thing, and then you try and give up alcohol or something, and you get a new friend group, right? You're going to lose people along the way. One of the most dangerous things with self-improvement is all your friends you care about, you start doing better and you want to try and then help them. And if they're not ready, they're not ready. And that's the same thing I have with live streams, right? If people aren't ready and they're scrolling, doom scrolling, if they're not actually looking to improve their life, they're not interested in my channel, right? Which is fine. But maybe one day they'll swipe by, and in that 10 seconds they hear that right sentence where they get some semblance of hope or something. That random guy from New Zealand. Got me running in the background tonight. Awesome, Bear. What are you getting up to, man? Hope you're doing well. Hey, King. How are you, bro? Yeah, we changed the channel name as well, King, to Outcome. I would offer some push-ups right now, giving you a hair, bro. But I'm sort of getting my workouts and building the floor on that, mate. Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty burnt out at the moment, guys. I don't know how long this stream will be. Again, as I say, I'm just coming down. I'm practicing what I preach on here, which even if you don't feel like doing something, come put 10 minutes at it, put half an hour at it, put something at it, you know. Because there's no point just laying around being like, you know, it just doesn't help. But yeah, I don't think this stream I'll be laying down, but we'll see. We'll see actually. We'll see how we go. I'm feeling, the more I get into it, I'm just sweating like crazy, just anxiety and shit. Because of all the decision making, it's the hoarder brain, the ADHD brain. I'm really, really overstimulated right now, so I'm trying to just manage it. Focus on the thing in front of me. It's the next thing I can do, and then I'm out of that overthinking, right? What can I do next? This, pick up that. Like, the job will do itself if I just go dumb. Stop letting my own brain get in the way. It becomes torture, right? Self-torture. Yeah, I feel you, King. Yeah, I definitely get it to an extent on that statement. But yeah, it was more, he just viewed it all as very self-serving, and he thought I was trying to serve myself by doing this, and it's just not what it's about, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not going to say that was his opinion was, well, like, you know, when somebody comes into your chat and they're doing well and your message helps them, do you feel good from that? I'm like, well, obviously, you know, I've been able to help somebody. He's like, oh, well, then it's all you're just serving you. You're not doing it for other people, because the outcome is based on the other person doing well. And it's just a lot of mental gymnastics into that situation. I think he always just wanted to disprove everything I ever had to say. Whatever, dude. One thing I know for sure, there's a couple of friends I've cut out recently, and one thing I know for sure is whenever I sort of come to them with an idea that I think is, oh yeah, they'll talk it down. They would talk it down. They would tear it apart. They would seed all the doubt in me, and then I would delay it. I would procrastinate it. I wouldn't progress it. I would suddenly doubt myself, and I was totally confident in what I was doing, question, doubt myself, and then I wouldn't really get any outcome from it. Versus when I just go, here's how I want to do it, here's how I'm thinking of doing it, I'm just going to do it. And without them around, without bouncing off them or anything, and just going, I'm just going to find out, right? That's serving me just so much better than, again, it's bringing everything onto yourself, right? Not that you shouldn't ask for opinions from others, but it's just if it's constantly going to be a talking down, you know, it's just nah. I just don't need it. It stays in my head, you know. When somebody will make very negative comments to me, especially if it's somebody I really respect, right? They'll make comments like that, and it'll churn for hours, right? And I'm trying to focus on what, like, I'd be trying to focus on this, and I've got statements they said entering my mind going, you can't do it, oh, it won't work out, da 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 da, right? You can't operate in that state. So this is why I've made sure I get rid of these people, you know. How's the hope all as well? Yeah, going well, man, going well. Bear was saying, yeah, finding my meaning and purpose used to be so important to me, much less so since I've been pursuing Stoicism, living my life trying to make the most of each day, maybe meaning and purpose, yeah. Yeah, it's when you start to block out all the noise of the world the way I kind of view it is you're trying to block out the noise of the world that wasn't there a couple of hundred years ago. Like, you know, people didn't have, you know, TVs and phones and media and this and that and whatever. Like, you know, think about before the internet. How would you have Trump said this in the Strait of Hormuz and the fuel crisis? You'd be like flipping through the newspaper going, oh, what's happening in the world, right? Whereas now it's just like bombing you all the time. Then it's everybody else's dog, their cat. Oh, here's my pet llama. Like, look, well, this guy's jumping a skateboard. Like, it's cool to see, but at the same time, it's like you're looking at everybody else view their lives. Right? You can chew up so much of your life. Not everybody. I know I certainly did. I chewed up a lot of time video gaming and just social media and that, right? So, yeah, that's I mean, as I say, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm just a regular ass dude. Like, I'm not always right or anything, right? I'm just me, mate. So. Yeah, that's it, King. That's it. Yeah. He just viewed it as all very self-serving. Just had to talk it down. It's like I don't. He was trying to sort of give me the It was under the guise of, oh, I'm giving you more awareness of yourself and why you're doing what you're doing. I'm like, man, I already know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing because I've been in that hole, and like this morning I woke up still feeling like I'm in that hole of just giving up everything. And what I do here is I get in here and do it. So that puts me in the position of anybody else struggling down like this or anything like it, you know, be it a messy kitchen, be it a messy room or whatever, it can help people in some way. That's the whole point of the YouTube channel. I wouldn't be on YouTube if I was just making brain rot, if I was not giving some people some actual value for their time, like entertainment, putting rubber bands on watermelons, putting on an act or any of that. I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested in contributing to the problem. Be part of the solution, right? What do we got going on here then? What's that? What size is that? Where's my socket? Yeah. What else do I need? I needed a little box or something for this stuff. We'll sift through all this crap later. I'm not going to sit here and go, this is rubbish, that's not rubbish, blah, blah, blah right now, right? I'm going to box it all, and then we'll go through the boxes. So, the future lives, I think a lot of them will be, I might be working on a car engine or something, and it's okay, well, let's take an hour of it and go through a box like this and sit there with rubbish and whatever, right? I'm not going to even select out a bottle right now, because I'm going to have to go put it in a different rubbish bin, so we're just going to yeet it. Top tier strap. Throw some leaves in there for good measure. Cool. Wouldn't mind painting up this little chest. Quite a nice little this box, put it in the house somewhere, repaint it, put it up in the cabin or something someday, right? Something to do. Again, not really a priority at the moment. And as I say, the priority is just I'm only focused on there's going to be 10 of them. I don't think I read Celtic's message there before. Sorry, guys. It's good to see you, Celtic. Thanks for coming, bro. Yeah, for sure, Celtic. I'll definitely hit you up sometime, bro. I tend to shut, honestly, I tend to still shut down a lot when I'm off stream, and friends will reach out and stuff there, and they're like, "Oh, you want to talk, man?" It's like, I'm kind of in my own head a lot, you know. A lot of things at the moment. That's an 8. Why don't I have my 8 deep socket here? I think I must have had. I think I had it in my pocket when I went up to the house last night. We have a 10 here somewhere at all. Now what do I need? No, the 8 short one's gone. Oh no, we have the 8 long one. I don't know if that's going to fit in the space we got. I'll try. So I'm prioritising self-care. That's exactly it, Mandy. The self-care side of it is really important at the moment for you. You know, just keep on going with what the plan was, you know. You know, when you, especially, yeah, I've been in relationships like that myself where you feel like you're taking crazy pills because you're relaying to the person stuff and they're not, you ain't getting it, you know. And you're not understanding how you are and how you need to operate, and it's stressing you out. And you know, when you can see it's really affecting you, and then you go, "Hey, I feel this is really affecting me because usually I would this." and now I'm not, do have to recognise what's serving you and what isn't, and who, right? Oh, that's right, we're going to have to pull apart all this thing, aren't we? Shit. That's close, man. I think I can get away with it. I think we'll get away with it, maybe. Hey, I mean, if all else fails, I can give up live streams and help people, and I'll stream that snake game, right? Oh, shit. Sell out and make brain rot, right? Like everybody else. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Sunshine during the day, moon, stars at night. White people are so much aware of nature around them and were better grounded in the coexistent reality with their environment. Exactly, yeah. Humans were not meant to be crammed in an apartment cube in a city and catching a bus and, you know, keeping up with the Joneses, buying material shit, right? You know, if people try and a lot of people try and do that, they think, it's that people talk about money so much, like money is everything. It's not, right? Obviously. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't do more of it. Hey Keeps, going alright man? How are you mate? Good to see you guys. Just another day down in the mines guys, another day down in the mines. But what keeps me going I guess is the thought of when I get through this, when this is all set up, what I can do with the space, right? So that's what's kind of driving me, right? Again, like before, we're going to space these out better once the whole floor's done. As long as out the edge by the shelves is alright, then we'll readjust. We'll readjust as we go. There's a lot of work to do. A lot of work. I've got to buy some more timber to go. All this area only had chipboard and stuff on, and half of this under that race chassis just wasn't even done. So building that at the moment. How you going, dude? What's going on in your world, Keith? What's up, man? What's up with it? Is he sitting Borat? What's up with it? Look at that engineer, the new floor I've just built. Look, we just connected out. It's like Legos. Lego spec. I like the Lego spec. It's not bad. Hey, without tooting my own horn, it's not bad for a $1 garage floor. For a 6-car garage, all the steel was $1. I think the original timber I got real cheap. Maybe another $200-300. I don't know, you add the concrete, you add all the timber I'm going to have to buy now. I reckon the flooring all up would be about 1,000-1,200 New Zealand dollars. So maybe 600 US. Something like that, right? Put the timber on. Where's my bag on? Ta-da! Floor! Sort of. Yeah, I think we'll make the spacing closer. Don't worry about that. That's the problem for tomorrow, Homer. Man, I don't envy that guy. Hey. Another day to breathe is another day to succeed. That's it, man. Typical ADHD. Yeah, but you want to hang out? Yeah, sure, but probably not right now. Okay, when do you want to hang out? Can't really say. Probably about 2 AM Thursday night. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing some nighttime streams on here, guys. Because I like being down here. They'll be quieter though. Like, right, I can't be down here at 3 or 4 in the morning being like, hey, chat. Oh, but just kind of be wandering around and in my little focus mode. But yeah. Yep. A lot of stuff around here. We're struggling to find camera angles, unfortunately, guys. Oh, best I can really do for you, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, we can. Got a bit more out of it. Don't tell me it's going to be too long out. There's been another fucker. If I add another one onto that, it's going to be outside. I wonder if that's why I ran them that way. It shouldn't be those dimensions though. I might have to lay all these ones that way, the big long ones this way. Like I had it. That might have been why I did it. Bob Saget. Alright, no, let's step away from that. Let's dial it back. How can I make this work? I could shorten these down. But that means I've got to literally cut and weld every one of them. It definitely looks too long, surely. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. Hey, beat up. What up, man? Just having a aneurysm right now, hang on. I highly suspect I've done a dum-dum and that's going to overlap about there. Alright, so the next best option would be these always overlap anyway, they don't join to each other because when they sit on the beam, they have to sit on one and then the next one will sit there, right? So I'm not going to cut them all down and shit. But what we can do is lay them on top like that. And the beam they sit on, rather than cradle over it, rather than cradle over that edge, we'll sit it under here and we'll just set that beam lower to accommodate the extra inch or so under here. And we'll just overlap them like that. I'd prefer to hook that one onto the thing directly, but the other option is that I lay it that way, the way I did it. The long ones will run this way, and they work out like that. I'm trying to remember why I ran it that way. Because I did this steel floor when B-Dub's old house deck was still in the other spot. Because we can drill big holes in the top of here so we can access a screw in the bottom to get a long socket, big enough to take a 1/2 inch deep socket in the top so we can drive the screws down. Wow. Or do I just change the direction back to how it was? Because that one, I just laid all this out and threw it in. I mean, oh yeah, near enough. But now I'm seeing the problem. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I'll give the chat a moment. I'm sure I'll have some suggestions on that. Oh shit. I'll figure it out. Like even just cutting off, even just like laying it out the same as we have there. We can just cut off the end, but again we're going to have that same thing with the beam out on the end. That might be a better way to do it, is just hook this up as normal, do it here, trim the ends off all those, and then the last one furthest out at the edge is going to be the lower one. Rather than have the one out at the wall be the same sort of setup and it's this one that's lower, I'm better off making that one the lower one because that's the one that's highest off the ground. So we're going to reduce its distance to the ground. But it just means I have to trim them all down. That being said, I can just let them hang outside, but then you need the cladding to overhang the floor by a bit, or else the water ingress is going to happen. This is all, again, I don't know how to build shit, right? I think the overlap method will be the best because I can just put that out there at the height it wants to be, and we just use this one as an overlap beam. It's just I'm going to have to literally drill them out and screw them all down. Drill a hole in the top, like bore a hole. Like, if I'm going to be boring a hole in the fucking top, I might as well be cutting the end off. I mean, I have the big steel drop saw there. It'll go through these. No worries. I don't know. Go up around and dial up internet. Yeah. Putting that one up from Celtic there. Yeah, go and dial up, yeah. Dial up. 4 minutes to see a titty. It was a simpler time. See, we're so ungrateful for the immediateness of the modern world, aren't we? Oh, I don't know, man. My brain wants to overthink this. This is where I get stuck in the overthinking right here. I guess is I don't know if is it overthinking if you're actually considering how it's going to affect things into the future and worrying about having to rebuild things again. No, that's where my head goes. That must have been why I ran it this way. I think I measured it out at one point, and I went from that wall. It's going to take this many sections to get to here. So when I build this, it needs to be the other way. I'm more and more getting the suspicion that this is the case. Which is going to make it really difficult to do this workshop full without all this workshop being empty, and I have nowhere to put this stuff now. We've run out of room because all the shelving's gone. So how am I going to join that over to here? I could jack that up, but it risks tipping over as I do it. But that would give me the base here to set this in concrete, these ones in again. Same with that one, I'm going to have to clear out, I'm going to jack everything up. Setting up that way, how much more work is that compared to overlapping this or cutting these? If I cut them, they're not going to have nothing to hook over, so I'll still have to drill the end to screw them down rather than a hook over plate with a hole in it. I'm going to screw them down, you know. Really, then the question is, we want the hook over on the end. We don't want to be cutting these down, and they're going to overlap about that much. So we can set that beam lower so it sits on it. And how do we attach these down to it, to the beam under it? I could put some like little strap brackets over the top, and then just screw them. You know, there's gaps between them, so you can put little L brackets on the side. Best option is probably lay one of those beams in here now, sit it on it, and then figure it out from there, right? We'll try that. Blink twice if you're allowed to leave. It's a prison of my own making, my friend. It's a prison of my own making, my own hubris, my own mind, right? My own ambitions led me to this point, this reality. You know, we create it for ourselves, right? So if I've got to hold anybody accountable for all the chaos and all the work that needs doing, it's me and my stupid ass ideas. Right, so I'm going to have to essentially sit like that. So this beam will have to be lower than this beam. Usually I'm hooking them like this, right? So it's like that, and they will hook in. Right, they hook over. But because these are too long, it has to overlap, which means we've got to account for this like 20 mil. The other option would be to notch out the bottom of each of these, but again, it's too difficult to engineer. So we won't do that. So our option is basically this. Stay there. Very good example for the other children. Basically, it's going to be that. So it's going to figure out a way to attach these down to that without it being a freaking nightmare. I mean, I could just if I put a countersunk head screw on the top, that'd be alright. The flooring ones, it'll be near enough to countersunk. Who cares if they're out a couple of mil? The only issue is once you bore through one section, the top part of that bolt is going to be screwing through that top metal, and then you try and drill the bottom and go through that. Then you're going to go through another layer. So you're going through 3 layers of steel, and 2 parts of it are trying to drill, while one part is trying to thread through, and that's where you will snap them, unfortunately. Yeah, they'll definitely still be run like this out on the wall, and it'll be the correct height with the hook over out there. It's just this one is going to sit that 20 mil lower. The only issue is attaching these to this beam. That's all I'm concerned with. Where'd that scissor jack go? Right next to it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro. Just some L brackets, eh? That's probably my best option I have there, man. The chat has entered engineering mode, guys. Yep. How about this? What if we put that one in where it's meant to be, it's the correct thing. We put the wall one in where it's correct, right? We sit it on top of this exactly like this. Rather than worrying about screwing these down directly to this upright, why don't I, once they're set in, mark these, or whatever, and just weld them to each other. So these two beams are joined, so then it's just from here to here. I mean, this underneath is going to offer support. It's not going to be attached to it, but once these two are joined up and they're screwed down at the far end, each far end is screwed down. I mean, we've only got a bloody 5 foot span, and it's got a support under it. It's just resting on it. I don't see any problem with that. And just put like 3-inch long welds on the top and on the bottom. Then bring these two pieces in together. Just dunk that down. Just set it. About the updraft. What about the updraft? Oh, we're going to close out. We'll close out the walls, bro. Gonna have to. Yeah. We have to set all that off. That's how Gary the possum gets in. He's got a gap up the back where he can come in, mate. You want to see what happened to all my parts bins? Bro, here's something that'll make you depressed. Oh, make you feel sorry for me. There you go. There's all my parts bins. I set them all up by the wall, and the clear light sagged down and soaked out all the timber, soaked out everything under all my parts bins, and filled up half the parts bins with water. So I lost a lot of stuff there, but it's life. It is what it is. But yeah, you reckon that's what I'm thinking is here. So we got this here. That one over. So like we concreted that, we'll run through it again. So like we concreted that, and we're going to do the same. We're going to do the exact same here. We're going to rip out all of that. We're running a beam, another beam, concrete. We'll do the same here with them hooked in like that. We'll do the same at the wall end with it just hooked over, just a beam like that. Just a beam like that. I'm going to hook it over there, and that's all good. The only issue we've got is where they overlap, that we couldn't screw them down. We can't hook them in. But I think we'll do that. Get the welder. Bzz, 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 3-inch long welds on each one, top and bottom. Then we can just take that whole piece out and just drop it on there and on there. And this just acts as a support. Yeah, ruined my day, B-Dub. Since I built the garage, bro, like that workshop I used, bro, the leaky roof there wrecked 2 twin-turbo engines that's stored in the corner, and they got dripped into because the guy had never fixed it. Oh, you can get up on the curve shed roof and fix it if you want, when it was $400 a week of rent. But anyway, but yeah, we're going to approach that at some point. Just leave it for the moment. Again, I've got to, as you see all the, this is the chaos at the moment, so there's all the, you need some twin turbos. If you're wondering where all the twin turbo intake pipe kits are for 300 ZXs, it's about 20 cars worth there. There's my vert there. We got the race chassis out. All that was inside the race chassis. So as you can see, we've rebuilt the floor for this double garage space here, except everything is chaos. And yeah, we're getting this bit done. Once this area is done, we'll move all of this out and we'll do that bit. then we'll put everything back essentially and make some new benches, new shelving. I think I might wall off across here. We might, like this I'll deal with later. There's no floor under here, whatever. There's floor over there in that way. But here I think I'm going to wall off and put those brown shelves we just had down this way. Put the pegboard wall there. Workbenches below. Maybe another workbench that sits out here or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, it's going to be a pain. I mean, yeah, I can either weld those, which I mean isn't a major, or I can L bracket them. Because I can have gaps next to them, right? They don't need to be hard up against each other. They can be like that. It doesn't matter. It's just we have to account for this overlap. Otherwise, yeah, we just can't do it like that. Like we have the whole rest of the floor, we've done it like that. Here, it's too long, so sit that lower, I think is the best option. John Picard, how are you, mate? Hope you're well, my friend. Better than no parts, right here. So yeah, well somehow we'll attach these down, but yeah, I think that's the best kind of solution we can come up with is overlap them rather than cut them down or something. Yeah, I was going to bore holes big enough in there to fit a deep socket so I could screw them down, but I think we'll just weld them. We can either butt them up against each other the whole way and just weld them to each other, or yeah, we'll just L bracket it. But either way, we've got a solution of some kind there. So I'll run it. I need to run a string line from there over to the edge of here and just double check we're going to be set correct when we do all of this. Yep, I guess. I mean, preferably for me, I'd much rather that this was all the way. That this beam was hooked over this, and then somehow this could overlap still. But I mean, I think the only way you'd do that would be by notching this out, which obviously isn't viable for all of them. Oh, yeah. So you donated your books. Yeah, Diana's been going through books and stuff to donate them and stuff. So yeah, another way to have, some purpose, serve others, pay it forward. It's a throwaway society, right? As we know, it's a throwaway society. So, honestly, cognitive load of staring at this and all that right now. I'm gonna take a bit, guys. Let's go sit down or something. Chat for a little bit. I know, I've only done like an hour and a half down here. I know. I just don't feel like I don't want to go off how, as I say, you can't go off how you feel, but you also need to recognise when I'm just getting too about that right now. I'll put some thought at it shortly. I can actually think for a moment. Just to make sure I'm not screwing it up. I mean, I may be better off laying it the way I had laid it for that area. Think about it. You can see when my brain's going a million miles an hour. So we'll put on that wall, on that outside wall there, we'll put all the slat hook stuff. Do some black balls around it. I might paint that stuff black. I do quite like the sort of silver finish on it. But yeah, I'm going to put, it's all slat wall hooks with all the tools. I am going to put some, like some LED, like red light or CCFL, like light up, like behind it. So it should light up through all the, like, gills on it. Should look cool. Yeah, work out something. Always work out something. Sit down for a minute. I think I might have had too many coffees this morning. I had like 4 coffees. Had like 4 coffees this morning, and I think I'm a bit wired. We got 16 votes on that. Why am I an idiot? You see, when I put in that floor, I should have done it all more properly. Like, I look back and I go, why did I do it that way? And then I have to remember, and I beat myself up, like, why couldn't you have just done this properly? And then I have to remember the time that floor went in, there was no option to do it properly. There was no time. It needed to get done there. In hindsight, yeah, I should have just done it properly originally. I could have, I feel I could have made the time. But as I say, you can't change the past, so I'm not going to beat myself up about what's already done. I'm going to have a glass of milk, though. Keep me big and strong. Worked at a bookstore. Oh dear. Bringing your work home, eh? Bringing your work home. Oh, man. Best part of the week's yet to come, you'd hope. Oh, okay, alright. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I certainly feel that right now. I feel like I'm down in the hardest part of the garage floor, just because we've done most of it. As much as it's like this last third is it's the more challenging way. As you see, we got to trim things down, we got to adapt more rather than throw it down. But it's also good. I've done 2/3 of the job, but it's like I know what's coming after that. Just shelving everything, getting everything sorted. But we'll smash it out. We'll figure it out. Always make it work, right? That's what it's about. Lived your work. Well, I hope you loved it too. I hope you loved the work too. It's a new handleless mug. If I was a grifter on YouTube, I'd be selling them as like custom, bespoke, Etsy, $499 each, isn't it? Isn't that what everyone does on here? Love, not lived. All right, well, you loved it. Well, you lived it too. Either way, it was correct. I would expect better, Diana. I would expect better from somebody who worked in a bookstore, though. Typos, eh? The amount of times my phone's done that to me, man, where it corrects something and you swear you spelt the word perfectly and then it changes it. It's like that's not what I was saying, mate. Freudian. How is it? Sigmund Freud, so it'll be Freudian slip, or is it, some people I've heard say Freudian. Is it Freur or Freud? Yes, but anyway. It is forgiven. No, we'll let it slide now. Oh, mate. Maybe something's wrong. I'm sweating like crazy, man, lately. Like, it's really weird that I get like this thing. That's the thing, is I hadn't done that much work on stream earlier, and I moved a couple of things. It was when I encountered a problem, and that stress and anxiety seems to bust me out into a sweat. So I'm gonna have to find a way to manage that better. Like, usually that wouldn't happen. It would stress me out a bit, and I have to get like really fight or flight before that happens. But I think maybe it's because I'm on camera in some way. Because I try and be real. I try not to be completely unhinged on here, and I don't want to make a. I want people to join in, and okay, it's a real look into my life and stuff and what I do. It's just like sometimes I'm thinking about the problems and whatever and trying to solve problems, and I feel rushed because like I'm staring at the problem in front of me, and I feel like an idiot if I'm not solving it. I feel like it's wasting your guys' time. Like I'm sitting in the background going, "Oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that?" I don't know how valuable that is to the viewer. Just seems unentertaining, maybe. Yeah, look at the positive. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I look at the positive for sure. It's just I'm always looking to improve. I'm wanting to try and do better, try be a little better each day, try and find a better way to handle it. Like at the moment I'm doing, on stream 4 or 5 hours in the garage a day, and then maybe every 2 or 3 days I go do a couple of hours down there on my own, but I should be in there like 10 hours a day at the moment. Like that's the hard thing. I should be down there a lot more, but I'm just like, by the time I get off stream from the reading the chat, from the thinking, from I'm feeling really drained all the time, eh? But just in general, I'm just drained all the time. I'm struggling to sleep and stuff. Honestly, I'm just being real, right? I'm just being real. To stream on here 5-6 hours a day, you see my eyes just get real tired. I'm just burning myself out too much. But I want to still show up for everyone, right? I'd love to stream 3 times the amount of garage stuff I do. I'd rather be streaming 10, 12 hours a day of me just busting my ass in there. We're definitely building up to it. You'll probably see it like next week. I'm just really trying to draw that energy, you know. Yeah, you're right, Celtic. You're right. You're right. That's it. Like, I do want to be totally authentic and real on here. I just don't know. I don't know if anybody wants to watch that. So I kind of end up just admitting stuff, or I try and, yeah, as I say, I try and rush through something because I want to appear productive. I want to, you want it to appear like I don't want to be on here looking like I'm talking shit and I can't help anybody with anything. It's kind of bad enough that people come in and it's like they're looking for self improvement, and I'm still there. It conveys what do you have to teach me about hoarding or self improvement when your garage is still in total chaos, right? Whereas when it'll be valuable is when it's advice given and I'm in an immaculate shop. So we get 6 months from now and everything's immaculate in there and perfect and built. You guys will have seen all the work, but anybody new coming in, they're not going to get that message of where it's come from. And then that's where I thought it was relatable to stream this stuff while I'm still going through it, because I'm not so much struggling with it and not facing it. It's all about facing it. But I'm trying to meet people where they're at. There's people in here who need to get on top of things, and it can help them, right? And we can work together, and we can all rise up together. And I just don't know how well that's working. Heidi, can you stop licking my bed, please, bro? Thanks, mate. Self-improving is hard work, yeah, for sure. Slow progress. Not here to be entertained. All right. Obviously, like, as I say, I'm not interested in the money of YouTube. I'm interested in changing lives. I'm interested in helping people. I'm interested in helping people beat overthinking, procrastination, guilt, worry, stress, like. And I guess I'm really just documenting me battling a lot of that process as well, and just sharing it. So it's something. This channel was something. It's a something. Oh, I don't know. I also always feel I definitely need to practice what I preach with this YouTube stuff, right? If I'm going to sit here and say it's about self-improvement and cutting out the overthinking and getting the work done, I have to turn up here and do exactly that. I have to be about it, not talk about it. And that's what I've seen a lot of on YouTube Live, and it annoys me when people do it, is they're always talking about it, but they're never being about it. Like, there's definitely some channels that are doing that. Like, there's people like Men of Action. He's showing up every day for his workouts for 7 years, right? Twice a day he does a workout. Doesn't matter how he feels. Like, with very rare, very, very rare exceptions, right? But typically he will be on. He will turn up, right? And then there's other people, like I say, when I first got on the YouTube's lives, I was watching this guy, Matt's Life Journey, and he was just laying around all the time talking about how he was going to go to the gym more and stuff. And after like 3 weeks of it, I was like, oh, bro, you're going to head to the gym soon? Oh, I got a membership. I haven't been down there. And then it literally took like 6 weeks before he finally went down to the gym, and he spent 5 minutes on there on a treadmill and then walked down and was like, oh, well, that's enough for day one. And then for the next 3 weeks, he made excuses of why he couldn't go back to the gym again. Where it's called Matt's Life Journey, and he was all about every day telling all these new viewers he was going to improve his life, improve his health, I'm going to, you're offering without delivering it all. Like, that's not, I don't think that's of value to people, obviously, right? Getting here as a team, we will be all right. That's exactly it, Mandy. It's about creating an environment away from all that. Again, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just talking about the thoughts that come with it, the questions that come to yourself, right? That's what we talk about. How you going, Jonah? Jonah the Owl, that's who he is. That's who you are. Jonah the Owl. The owls always ask who. Your name's Jonah. Hello, buddy. How are you? We've been in the garage for a bit. We did about an hour and a half in the garage, but we've run into some engineering decisions need to be made, but that's all right. That's all right. I'll work it out. But yeah, I think I did like Beat Up Drift's idea of it's just freaking stick some L brackets on it. 8mm head blimmin' self-tapper roofing screw. Just I've got to buy a whole heap of them anyway to screw all the other stuff down. So yeah, it's just gonna be. I won't even bloody I won't even bend up the L brackets. I'll buy some L-shaped steel and I'll stick it in the drill press and we'll just. So we can do that. We'll just we'll get it all laid down for now. It'll hold between the two beams. Just for final support, yeah, we'll screw them down with a little L bracket. I think that's going to be the easiest. Greetings from Whangarei, Kiwi Toffee. Good to see you again, bro. You just had a hailstorm. Ah, great. How bad? How bad was the hailstorm? I got lots of cars outside that could get dented up. Probably be alright out here. Fair way from there. Yeah, we got hail when that heavy rain was. That was like 2 days ago, wasn't it? When we got the heavy rain on stream, nobody could hear me for about 15 minutes. It sounded like a static radio station, just this. It's quite funny. Bean, good to see you, bro. How are you, man? Having a chitty chat. Oh, I won't even have the full cigarette this year. We're gonna have half one. Like a good boy. Be a good boy. No, puppy. Oh, you want to go out there for a bit? Okay. You're getting a bit low on water too. You want a drink while we're here? There you go. All topped up, mate. Stay close, dog. Stay where I can see you. Come back before the street lights come on. First day of June, so Monday. How'd we get on to first day of June? It's the 4th day of June. It's 3:42 p.m. on Thursday. Yeah. Just gonna just nearly whittle the wish wash right back on the dango. That's it, man. That's it, man. You bang on. Not too bad, short and sweet. Ah, yeah, all right. Hey, it is what it is, right? Like, at the end of the day, if there's going to be hail, one time there was a bad hailstorm, I managed to just grab some tarps upon the cars and old carpets and stuff, and I lobbed them over the roofs and bonnets. But again, you can't spend your life worrying about it, I guess. Hail's typically not too bad here. It's not like American hail where it's like, this big and like, writing off cars and smashing windscreens occasionally, but not too often. It's certainly a lot bigger in the States, right? Don't stress about how you appear. Doesn't matter how it looks. It's totally fine. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've got to get used to. So, as I say, like, I don't really give a crap what anybody thinks of me on here, but I also, I want to be able to serve people effectively. I want to put on a YouTube show. Like, when I'm in the garage, there's no subs, right? Nobody who's joining. You see the numbers go up and down. We're getting no subscribers at all off these streams of actually doing the work and building stuff, because it's like background work. Whereas when I engage the camera and when we sit like this and talk, people get what the channel's about, like you guys did, right? You've all met me when I'm doing this stuff. So then when I actually go and do that work stuff, you guys show up and support, you guys are getting the work done and stuff as well. But I still have to like sit and do a lot of these just to convey the message of what the channel's actually about. And we are building a community, so it is good. It's building. I do appreciate you all being here, guys. And we've got some people making good progress and, focusing on their own lives. That's what the channel's all about. If you're done being distracted and sick of all the bullshit on the internet and all the drama and all the garbage streams, and maybe, like me, you felt guilty that you were doom scrolling and burning up your life, and then you end up hating yourself at night going, oh, I wish, like if you feel that way about it and you're putting off tasks and stuff, that's what this channel's all about. That's what we do here. Especially just help with ADHD and stuff, depression and that, right? But we're not here to like live in the depression and talk about it. We're here to overcome it, right? Create new evidence, just a little bit of extra effort each day. And I'm not talking like hustle grind culture. I'm talking, hey, let's put 5 minutes, 10 minutes at something you're avoiding while I'm working. That's what the body double streams are all about, guys. Wednesday for you and your tooth hurt. Oh, that's no good. That's no good, mate. Do I have to do some Scooby? Do I have to do some push-ups, bro? Will that keep you happy? Where is other dog? Hopefully he's not going under the gate. Zed boy, where are you? Just don't trust him to not go under the gate, to be honest. I still see. This is where I've become like that blooming Matt's Life Journey guy. I've been saying for a couple of weeks, I've got to put gates so the dog can't squeeze under there if he decides to sometimes. Hey, we're on the mission to find Zed again. Zed boy, where are you? There's Heidi. Where's your brother? Where'd he go? I swear if he slipped under the gate again, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream extremely autistically. Zed boy! Where'd he go? Find him. Why are you looking? Yeah, you're looking at the gate like that's where he went. We'll go see. Half the time I do this. 90. No, there he is, right by the garage. Hello, come here. What you doing? You want a treat? You hungry? Yeah, I thought so. Come on, bro. Good boy. He didn't escape. We don't have an escapee. It's good. Some panclocks. I'm guessing you mean pancakes. That's what we had. We had some pancakes on live yesterday that Susie wrangled up. Doggies living in the moment. Oh yeah, they can live in the moment, but yeah, usually when I'm streaming they're napping and stuff at the moment. That's why it's like 2-hour bursts and stuff, so I can play with them outside in the off time and that, right? But I would prefer if they couldn't go under the gate and stuff. It's just other things like there's one of the neighbours' driveways goes by and then somebody will come visit with 3 dogs barking back of a ute, or they'll let the cows into the paddock suddenly, right? That's when you'll hear I'm on stream and Heidi's at the gate, and then I have to run off, right? Again, this is the big problem of YouTube and live streaming is unless I'm like here, if I'm background work in the garage, if I have to walk away and grab a tool for 20 seconds, you lose half your audience. That's the really hard thing with YouTube. Is like I'm trying to do work. Oh, hang on, guys, I got to go inside. Like I didn't get a socket from up in here before that I'd left in here. That's right there. I didn't come up to the house to get it because if I come up here, I'll go from 20 viewers to 2 by the time I get back. Explain that. But I get it. Like the way I view it, I'm competing with every other bit of content on live. But obviously people will pick the stuff they want. But the average view duration is like a minute 20 in here, right? So that says you guys will push that time up, right? So if you stay the whole stream, if I get a 1 minute 21 average view duration at the end of the stream, that means that most of the people getting dumped in here have probably left in 10 or 20 seconds. And it's like how do you get across the message of a channel in 10 or 20 seconds as they're scrolling by? I could be answering one question about something, It's I guess, I don't know, do I do some long form videos? Do I do more shorts that are like me talking about that kind of thing, about what the channel's about, and then get people in the chat that way? I don't know. Going to follow the All Whites in the World Cup? Oh, nah, man, I don't follow any sports, man. Plastic fantastic. Hey, bud, how are you, dude? Definitely grateful to be here. Love to hear it, Ben. Love to hear it, bro. Hope you're well, man. What's going on, bro? You put a piece of tape on it. You put a piece of tape on it so you can't see your viewers. That type of knowledge will only hinder you as a career. That's an interesting thought. That's an interesting idea. Because, yeah, there's definitely an element of that. You see, when you see the numbers go up, like instead of 5, it gets up to 30 or something. It's like, oh, okay, I'll run through what the channel's about because there's obviously going to be new people here, right? So that's, yeah. Don't be shy if you're new here. If you stumbled in here, you can say hello. You've got a question up there even. What's been the best part of your week? FIFA coming to Massachusetts soon. Happy for that. Distractions. Endless. Heidi, come here now. Stop trying to, she's trying to push in the garage door. Oi, come here. Puppy. Heidi, bed. There you go. Come on. And you can go on your bed with those clay-covered paws, dog. Your bed. There you go. The emergency service provider used to try to save them. What do we say? Well, I've missed something here, guys. Missed something between you and Bean. Best day today at work. Best day was today at a new job after leaving my job at hospital. Saw too many people in pain, some passing away. Raw reality, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, Officer Burpee, one of the fitness guys, had a similar, has quite a similar story. He was talking about a couple of days ago that, up until I think probably about 3-4 months ago, he was working as a prison guard, right? And just it was like double the travel from his home to do it, and he was exposed to all that, being exposed to that environment all the time and stuff. So I think he changed to some kind of admin job in the same kind of area of work, but it's more of an admin type thing I think he's doing. Don't quote me on that, but what I do know is, he gave up from that just because of the struggles of it all, right? Witnessing it all. Yeah. Things stay with you, eh? Things stay with you. David, no, sorry, never heard of them. Never heard of that, mate. Never heard of that. What genre is that? What kind of genre of music's that, man? Heidi, go on your bed, dog. Do I have to shut the door? Go on your bed. No, you got clay-covered paws. You can go on your bed. Right, stay in now. Hello, B-Dub. Almost finished the house closer. No, I haven't been working at the house at the moment, bro. Haven't been progressing that. Doing the garage floor at the moment, so I can get a lot more cars built and stuff, bro. Get the workspace set up. That's a lot more crucial. But the cabin will come together again. We'll get back to it soon. I'm just diving between things at the moment. But yeah, it's just there's so much to do here that I do just have to. Yeah, we'll get the garage sorted first. Again, the garage isn't going to be perfect right now, but the floor will be set up for future. We'll put in some shelving. We'll get things a bit decently organised enough. Get the cars back in. Because we've got to change out that gearbox and that. I've got to pull apart the old 1985 Hilux. We've got to rust repair that. B-Dub, do you know anybody who does that, bro? Because I know a whole heap of metal fabricator mates who won't do anything. I've got an old 1985 Hilux. I'm going to pull the cab off it. It's rusted around the bonnet hinges and stuff, like firewall. In the A-pillar's got a hole this big. Like, I can cut it all out and stuff. I'm looking for somebody to just make up the patch-up plates and weld them in. I mean, I can do it myself, but I'd rather somebody who knows a bit more about what they're doing did it. Not some shop that's going to charge me out the earth, but somebody who does it from home and can do a reasonable job of it. If you know somebody who patches stuff up, I'll drop a cab off to them, bro. I am going to have to outsource some stuff, I think, just for time reasons. Might be a better way to do it. But as I say on here, I don't usually pay people to do stuff. I take it on myself, but there's so much going on, so many plans and that, right? I look gay. All right. Sorry to disappoint you, bro. I know, I'm sure that got your hopes up. I do have a loving partner who lives with me in a caravan, bro. That's how you found the right woman, that she'll move in with you when you're in a caravan. No signs of a cabin, junk everywhere, dead cars everywhere, absolute chaos. And a caravan with 2 dogs in it, and she moved in with me here, mate, and knows I'll build a cabin. So I'm unfortunately I am off the market, mate. But I wish you all the best. Maybe try an app for that. There's apps for that as well, man. So might serve you better. Quit being an emergency service provider 10 years ago. It feels good when you save people, and it hurts when you lose people. Yeah. Sure. King Crimson as well. Did he say what genre it was in the end? He was talking about King Crimson. It's always act like you're talking to hundreds and hundreds, because that's how many people may be watching back eventually. You're right, Scoop. That's a very interesting way to view it, right? Yeah, I have thought about that at times. Yeah. They do say with YouTube you don't focus on the numbers, you're seeing it. Hey, no, off. Your bed. Hey. Goes just turning. She's like, it's like watching Heidi is like playing that snake game I was streaming earlier. It's just, and in what way is it going to go suddenly? Managing Heidi is very much like that, but she's all right. 1, you got muddy paws, and 2, the smoke will blow into you. We're not down with that, dog. Rust. Yep, rust. And that's it, bro. B-Dub. We need somebody to fix up the old hello. Yeah, B-Dub, yeah. So if you know somebody who can I can cut out the holes or whatever. I mean, I can weld it all in. It's fine. But that's the first car. Once this garage floor is done, I'll finally be able to work on 2 cars at the front of the garage. So I'm going to bring in that 1985 Hilux, because if it sits outside for another winter, bro, with the rust holes in it, there's not going to be no truck to fix. So we'll get that in and get the cab off, but the chassis and that can then go back outside. But I need to get the cab off, and ideally off-site somewhere else. The other option is again, I just smash it out and we just spend a week on live and just get the plates welded in it, get the thing sealed up. I'll just cut it all out. I'll just do it all. I'll just get it done. Rather than thinking about it and planning it and looking at other options and whatever, I might just smash it out, bro. You can MIG, I can definitely MIG it myself for sure. TIG, I don't have a TIG. I mean, you could just MIG it, bro. It's just literally in the firewall around the hinges and stuff, and in the bottom of the windscreen gutter, it's got a hole like that big in the A-pillar. All the windows just pop out on seals. They're not glued in or anything. They're those old push-in seals. So, yeah, I just need to weld some patches in the damn thing. I've just never done it. But yeah, I can definitely do it that way. I can just go tack the corners and then add a tack, or, let it cool and make sure I'm not distorting the metal by tacking around. Like, I know how to do all that. Grind it off pretty and that'll be fine. Placing the head and fuel injectors on your truck. Oh, that sounds fun. Make sure you put in new head bolts, dude. Put in new head bolts or studs. Don't reuse them if you want it to last. Spend the extra $100. That's my opinion, bro. What kind of what truck you got, Kyle? What do you got, man? My brother Todd. G'day, my brother Todd. How are you, mate? How you going? Just having a chat at the moment. We'll go back down the garage. I guess we'll go back down the garage at some point in the stream. We've done 2 hours now, but again, it's getting on and off stream. We'll just stay on when we get back down the garage and just keep working, eh? Because I do want to display that. Almost working. 85 Toyota pickup. Oh, awesome, bro. Yeah. Same one I got. 85 Toyota pickup. Mine's the 2.4 diesel. Have you got what are you, 22R then? Are you stateside or? Stateside or Canada or something, right? 22R petrol. Good motor that. That's the legend. Yeah, 22 REC. I don't know if you typed the C by accident. I haven't heard of a REC. I know the 22RE. Yeah. The God's motor of Toyota for old pickups. I mean, man, I had an old 22R RN90, like the X cab early 90s Hilux, bro. We towed a car from Wellington. We towed a car like 900 kilometers. Like, I don't know, what's that? 500 miles, 550 miles, something like that. We towed a 300 ZX on a tandem axle trailer back from Wellington with a 1985 Toyota. With like a tray full of freaking 4 sets of spare mags. The whole cab was full. The car was full of spare parts to the brim. And we towed all the way back from Wellington with a little 22R Toyota pickup, man. We're going up the biggest hill climbs, overtaking the Curtinside trucks, going up the big hill climbs at like 10 mile an hour, and we'd be doing like 15 mile an hour, like, man, screaming first, second year. But that old truck, man, that was the strongest truck I ever had. Was a 22R petrol Toyota, mate. That thing would do anything. Thought our truck's old, 91, 97. Mega's doable, but it just takes time with the panel cell. Yeah, exactly, B-dub. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'll just smash out, bro. But as I was saying, bro, if you know anybody who's looking for some cash as a bit of a home job or something, bro, I'll gladly swing it down the city and dump it off. It's just another option. It's the same. The Troopy's got the same problem as I replaced the cracked taillights in the Troopy, and it's rotting out the body behind the taillights. It's only a hole like that big, but it's eventually going to eat down to the body mount. So it's another thing to just never ends, bro. This is why I need to cut down on cars and bikes and stuff like that. There's too much, bro. It's just like we're going to cut down 90% of this stuff over the next few years. That is the whole plan of being here. Is get the whole point of building the garage and basing out of here and getting this done until I have my own land is to have a garage, have the water tanks, have everything ready to take to my land. That plan may not happen, but that's what I'm trying to achieve, right? But in the meantime, it's getting the garage set up here with a steel floor and whatever to get these cars built, to get things cleared out, to get to a point where I've only got like 2 or 3 cars, right? A couple of bikes and stuff. Like, I do need to have a life outside of just bloody cars. Kisses for me. Thank you for the kisses, mate. Kisses back to you, mate. Much appreciated. Definitely worth fixing the body. Yeah, a lot of people told me to just scrap it. A lot of people told me, oh, just get rid of that hike, just part it out. Oh, it's old, you don't need it. But as far as a local runaround, single cab, old benchy, stick shift diesel truck, I love that thing, man. I love that truck way more than my big Land Cruiser. You know, it's a fun, nippy little fun truck, right? Old Toyotas. Look at how much the chat's gone off. All these Toyota stories coming out. Toyota Coachman, too much truck for that little engine. Oh, so has yours got like the full body on it, like the old like camper body on it? A Coachman, is that like? Because I know the old what are they call, what Toyota World Runners have? They had the Chinook. That's what I want more than anything. What Toyota World Runners had before they passed away. Well, they Toyota World Runners was my favorite YouTube channel, right? And they travel around in Toyota trucks. They built their own trucks, did their own engine swaps and everything. And their base truck was like an 85-ish Toyota, but it had the Chinook body camper on it, which isn't a New Zealand thing, right? But yeah, they were they had their truck fully stripped down to a bare chassis, cutting all the rust out and everything. They travelled New Zealand. They got back to British Columbia and were travelling with their mates in another like 85 Hilux single cab, and rolled off a cliff. Like they rolled like bloody eight. I think it was, what was it? It was like 650 feet. They rolled off a cliff. Both passed away. But yeah, do check out their channel. One of their mums is still running the channel and doing merch and stuff and keeping all the content up. So it's a very good channel to check out, guys. Toyota World Runners. Like they inspired me and Susie to finally, hey, actually, yeah, let's get the truck. Let's actually get some traveling. Like we've wanted to do it for a long time. I always wanted the Troopy, but I had my Hilux and I was like, oh, well, you know, it's going to take me a long time to get to that position, get that money, whatever. And yeah, we managed to work it out and got the bike as well and stuff. Scott, could you, mate? Scott, all right, bro. Yeah, could be a save you a ZX, bro. Hey, mate, I tell you what, mate. You get old mate Scott to fix up my Lux and patch up the rust, bro, and some primer on it, mate. I'll throw you a ZX body or something, mate. We'll work it out, mate. You send me a message, mate. You better be quick, man. If I'm saving you a ZX Witchin, and we're gonna be cooking with gas, mate. Once we get this floor done, I've got all this energy back now that I don't know what to do with. Now I'm heading that direction, despite all the chaos. I'm like, yeah, I know where I'm going. I know, like, I don't have to think about 20 years from now. The whole meaning and purpose is like, what's in front of me now? You know, that's helping me really move ahead in life, right? Not asking the question of like, what am I pursuing in life? What's my purpose meaning, right? It's what work do I have in front of me to deal with now? Is a lot of it, right? Vax Force has answered the question. The best part of his week has been staying at home, scratching jock itch. It's been very entertaining. Thank you for your valuable contribution to my chat, mate. Always love it. It's awesome, man. Of all the words in the human English language you could say, you chose that. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, man. This is what I come on YouTube for, Fax Force, is to spend my time talking crap like that, bro, when I'm trying to help people. You know, appreciate it, man. Flynn, hello, bro. How are you? How's it going, man? Where are you from, Flynn? I don't think I've seen you here before, man. How you going, dude? Bedtime here a bit after midnight. Hello, Thursday. You all have a nice day and sleep well. Later, thanks, Venom. It's been a productive day here. Awesome, Diana. That's what it's all about. Is body doubling streams and chats and stuff to help people, face what they're avoiding and keep on going. Of course, Heidi. We're reconnecting for a second. Of course, Heidi's just jumped off her bed and gone for a wander again, as she does. But at least Heidi will stay within the property. Zed won't. Zed will find a way out if he wants it. So you got to keep more of an eye on him. He never used to be that way. I don't know what's changed about that dog. I used to be away from here for 3 days. There was no gate, nothing. The dog would be left here, mates come around feed him. You could leave the door open, no gate. He wouldn't leave the property. He'd sit by the edge of the road and just wait for me to come back and that, right? He never used to be a dog that would take off or anything, but he seems to do it these days. I don't know what's changed about him. Can't wait to have a 4x4 of my own. Wife wants to overlanding in the south too. Honestly, bro, Prado Prado, you go, if the bro next door still has that Prado, just revin it, bro. The Prado is the best thing you could do for overlanding for a couple of people, bro, is either like my Troopy, or you just get one of those Prados, bro. Honestly. Preferably a manual one, though. But yeah, like the Prado, again, bro, it's like, you don't want on any of the modern trucks anyway. The Prados and stuff, all these Toyota diesels from that era, the 90s and stuff, are now hitting that thing where the values are going up. Like, so anything like 95 through to like 05 is what's going up in Toyota at the moment. All the mechanics are buying them up because these modern cars you can't fix. Like globally, mechanics are buying up Toyota trucks that you wouldn't believe because their prices are going to go to the freaking moon because of this new unserviceable shit. And all these guys who work on cars for a living and stuff, they're sick of fixing this software update crap. Like modern cars for the last 10 years now, you can't buy a headlight from a wrecker's yard and just put it in. You've got to then go into software and it's coded to the car. Every part is coded to the car and stuff. So, you know, people are reverting to old cars. In the last couple of months in the States, there's been like, I think it's 12 different junkyards have burnt down under unknown circumstances of, you know, old classic parts car yards are all going up in smoke, apparently. So that raises a question about future parts availability, if you follow where that's all going. So something to think about with your car purchasing, right? That's why I buy simple stuff. I'll be driving my simple old trucks and stuff, man, and old sports cars until they make it illegal to do so. Michael Jackson's pronouns were he. Thank you for that. You know what a snitch's pronouns are? A snitch's pronouns are there. Hope you like that one. That's an original joke I came up with there, and I think it's funny, and I'll die on that hill, frankly. Most modern trucks aren't worth money, won't last over 100k miles. Exactly it, man. Exactly. Yep. And this is where it comes into play of being able to fix stuff, right? Being able to look after your own stuff. You know, the more you can do yourself, the more you can do with that. Yeah, and there goes the dog going off with the cows. One moment, guys. Hey. Yeah. Oi, bed. Hey, come. You hungry? Hey, leave this bloody chicken alone. Come here. Hey, then. Truck. Hey, truck. Let's go. Come on. It'll get you to come back. Come in. Leave him alone. Right. Feed him. Now. Zed, come on. Zed. Oh, this is one word that'll bribe Zed in. Hey, come on, Zed, you hungry? He's a pit bull. He thinks with his stomach. Zed, you hungry? Come on. I'll actually give you something this time. Lured him last time with nothing. Oh. And there's the dog. Yep, thought so. Right. There you go, my boy. Good boy. I knew I should have shut the door. Heidi barking at the fence. 20 of the neighbours' chickens out in the paddock, and she's sitting there deciding if she wants chicken for lunch. Most Australians after 2019 are trash now. Yeah, it's just a lot of the modern cars went to CAN bus wiring and stuff now, and it's just, yeah. It's a nightmare, bro. You know, every car has to have, it's like all the new cars now, they're making them have a sensor essentially a camera that looks at you the whole time, and it's watching your eye movement, and the thing beeps at you if you take your eyes off the road for 2 seconds. Again, yeah. I don't know, them city slicker problems, man. Oh, it's bureaucracy and things, man. Them city slicker problems, buddy. Them for them city folk. That's why I left the city. The country's totally different, man. Like, we go down to see recently, it's just chaos. Cars, everyone's cutting everybody off. Everybody, walking to get petrol, and everyone's like, oh, everyone's just, the vibe is just so high strung, man. I come out here to the country, and it's like wander in the store with gumboots. Yeah, g'day. Wander home, you see 3 cars on the drive home from the store. You go about your day, mate. It's good. Never sold that in the US here. Never heard of the old diesel Toyotas. Only sold modern diesel Toyota Cummins. They put them in the Nissan Frontiers as well. Yeah, that's like, you definitely can get them in the States now, finally, with the 25-year rule. So, like my troop carrier truck, you can get those in the States now. I was looking them up, man. You're looking for something really decent, like 30, 35 US, like a fresh import out of Japan. There's other places that do them as well. That do them up for overlanding. There's all kinds of options, man. BMW X5 for the win. Oh, God. It's like when people go and buy they buy a Porsche Cayenne or something. They're like, look at this. I got a Porsche for, I got this Porsche for, they're like the people who buy Jaguars and stuff. People will go, there's sort of a certain element of people who will go and buy a BMW or Mercedes that's 10, 15 years old and like, it was so cheap. Then there's these guys that'll buy like a really weird Jaguar, something really obscure, or like the old Maseratis and stuff, or an old, like they'll buy a Porsche Cayenne or something, and they're like, oh, look, it's got the brand. It's like, you do not want that thing, bro. Like, there's a reason it was cheap, right? But, they want the image of, this is an expensive brand, really expensive. Look at the bargain I got. So you'll find out when you got to fix the damn thing. 2009 X5, yeah. Sensory overload for the win, but yeah, modern cars. Sensory overload is what cities are. Yeah. Too much for me, man. I don't know how I survived in the city growing up with the autism and the ADHD. Well, I kind of didn't. That's why I was in a special ed back classroom, because I didn't fit in with the normies, the normal people. I'm just too much fun for this world, eh? I'm just too much. I'm too much to conform. It makes me fun, though. Hey, B-Dub, you've been around me enough. I know B-Dub's known me a long time, and he knows that this is just me. I'm like this in real life. I'm just blah, 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 blah. Then I end up walking away from the situation like a pop by his house, and I'm just like, man, I just fucking talk people's ear off. Fuck. Oh, he still loves me. Yeah. How's your deck build going, B-Dub? You almost done with the bloody thing? He's been hard at work. Renovating his house, that man. I'm sure he'll be blooming at it. Has the wife got the new kitchen yet, B-Dub? I know you had plans for a new kitchen. What's going on there, mate? You alright there, dog? Alright. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday, Arian. It's not my birthday. But you know whose birthday it is today. It is Unknown. Unknown, who's usually in the chat. It's Unknown's birthday today. 38. He's the shining star of the channel. He puts in over 200 kilometers a month in steps. He's working hard at changing his life and stuff. And he's been doing bloody well, that fella. So I wished him a happy birthday on the old Instagrams this morning, and he said how proud of him I was for his progress. He's been doing very well. So happy birthday to Unknown today. Happy birthday to the G, to the bro. Bro, did I ask for a roast? She was 10k. Nah. You didn't ask for a roast, you get one. You go and buy a BMW X5, mate. I'm not. Nah. 10 grand for Beamer X5, mate. You could have got yourself a nice bloody Prado for that kind of money, son. Could have got yourself a 1kz manual Prado or Surf for that kind of money, son. Nah. I ain't having it. Nah. Bro, you don't care? Oh, that's nice. I know you don't, but that's fine. But thank you for the engagement, bro. Thank you for the watch time. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you gifting some of your one lifetime on Earth. If you want to waste it talking crap on the internet, you feel free, mate. I'll use it to platform a shout out to one of my members who's actually putting in work to improve his life, bro. So good on you. You lose again. Hey, losers always lose, man. Losers lose all the time. They do. Mentality, man. Mentality. But nah, just give him beat up shit. Enjoy it, mate. I hope it works out for you. Yeah. Bloody Bloody X5. I thought you were being obtuse. I thought you were being sarcastic. Like, oh, X5 for the one. I didn't even know you bloody had one. When did you get that? I actually didn't know you got one. You were talking about getting a truck at some point, weren't you? But I don't think you mentioned to me you got one. What's up, dog? Just gonna stare out the window like Eminem. Oh, Arian's left, I guess. All right, bye, Arian. I hope you have a good day, my friend. Oh, I suppose we'll get back down to the garage and keep doing some work, eh? Given that's what we do on here is work body double streams. Been on here for 2 hours, 15 minutes so far. Do I need another coffee? No, I don't need caffeine right now. I'll get overstimulated. You know what I need to do as well? I need to drink water. Look at that. Look, water. I'll even bring it with me so I actually remember to drink water today. ADHD life. It's like... I had a friend mocking me about that. One of those friends I cut off, right? Was mocking me. He's like, give me your daily task list you've been talking about. I'd be interested to see how it works. He feigned genuine interest, right? And then he's like, oh, you've got literally like, remember to drink water and eat breakfast on your to-do list for the day. I'm like, yeah, that's my life. And he's like, oh, like you can't even get that together. I'm like, no, like I have ADHD, bro. I have executive dysfunction. You've known me over 15 years. Yeah, so that's all right. He's just a certain wanker with a rotary Ferrari and stuff who just has to talk down everybody else, and that's how he gets his kicks, right? Materialism, good old materialism. It's all right, not my problem. Why is the possum coming out at this hour? Yes. We need some more light in here. Could be an idea, eh? I'm just going to leave the question up there. We'll see if anybody wants to comment on it. What are we doing about this overlap situation? We're just going to bracket it later, right? Alright. Fine. Where did I just put that water bottle there? Alright, Jack. So really, we need some string line. I think I do have an old bit of it over here. Scavenge it. Yeah, maybe not. Didn't ask for. I was still thinking about what BW said. Didn't ask for a roast, bro. I didn't realise, bro, I bought one. Fuck. Still love you, buddy. BMW X5. But hey, he says the toast good. I'll give him that. No, it's fixed enough of my father's BMW. I'm not a BMW fan. And I used to work in a BMW specialist in Auckland doing electronics and shit on them all day. That's why I'm not a fan of BMWs. That's all we worked on, bro. Like, a Toyota would come in for a warrant and maybe a shock absorber, Most of the time was spent, upside down under the dashboard of a blooming BMW or a Mercedes. I have trauma. I have Euro car repair trauma. That's what it is. Hopefully I can save some of my string line here. It's not looking too promising. I don't know where I've got some more string line actually. We need to string across these two. What? String it out. That's it. Good night to all in the chat. Stay blessed and enjoy life. Post possible. Catch you at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. your time. D-Bird stream. Yep. 8 p.m. New Zealand time. Yep. Thank you for coming by, bro. Do appreciate it. Just putting in the work, man. Putting your reps in, right? But yeah, we're just going to have to like overlap that and do it that way anyway. For the moment, I'll focus on, I guess, getting that concrete down. We'll just need to get a level from there. I'll have to run it, we'll run a string line from there out here just so I know where I actually have to be at. Because I don't know if the garage might have sunk down 10 mil or something. I'm not just going to rely on that. Get up the string, if I can find my building string. I will be back in 30 seconds or so, folks. Actually sitting at the top of that. Quite. Well, you need a stick or something, mate. Well, it's going to be a bit below that, so I really, maybe I should have screwed up the floor height itself. And then I'm going to be randomly below it, like an idiot. Ah, shit. Ah. That would imply I really need to screw down the other end first, but I've got timber and stuff, so I can't really do that right now. I don't think how I stack the height up. So it's going to be like that, and then half of that. I'm trying to figure out how I do that right now. That's great. It's the height to the bottom there, and then we have the timber, and then we have, you know, half of that. But it gets in the way of my whole theory a little. So we're going to be. It's melting my brain because some of it sits down, some of it sits up. I just need to go that point to that point. As we talked about earlier, guys, sometimes I have to worry about like what I'm actually doing, not about like how I'm presenting on YouTube. So sometimes my brain fizzes and smoke will come out my ears while I figure stuff out and whatever. So if we're going to do that, it would be better off at the top height of that. But how am I going to attach? I got all the stuff in here that I just can't attach it. Fuck it, man. I'm just going to fucking level it across here and to the next one, to the next one. I can't fuck with this shit. It's too hard a setup to do. I don't really give enough of a fuck. Doesn't have to be within 1 millimeter perfect. It's worked. There's the way I've done the entire rest of the garage is do it one section, and those were initially stringlined. Guess it'll be fine. I might get off stream soon to work, guys, because I honestly do really struggle to do this. As much as I want to stream doing the work and stuff, I can only stream so much of it, and there's things that when it frustrates the crap out of me like that, it's like, why put it on the internet for 5 people? You know, when I'm just like trying to get a bit fucking annoyed. So how's my week? Good report from doctor today. Got to have some tests. Ran a few weeks ahead. Eye exam for the medication I'm taking. Can affect your eyes. Oh, cool. Oh, good fun. Oh man, well at least you're looking into it, right? You're sorting it, putting some attention at it, so it's good, bro. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a bloody. My things aren't going to plan. This is where I start to get bloody shitty, and my brain starts to torture the fuck out of me. Instead of, I'm just getting too far ahead of myself trying to do the whole width when it's not something I did with anywhere else, and I've already sort of dealt with that, and now I need to look at this, what I'm doing. It's like this. I can't even concrete these in until all of the workshop stuff moves out. So I'm trying to think ahead. That's all. It's just a bit difficult. I'm just still getting used to that with YouTube, of being on here in the workshop, and then like I'm used to like not being on camera, and I'll just sit and think for 20 minutes and swear a lot and go, shit. All right, I'm trying to. As I say, I just stream reality, but you know, I guess this is how it is. Self-doubt, working through it. That's what it's all about here. That's what I say it's all about. It's, you know, working through the self-doubt and outwork your self-doubt, the overthinking, the pressure, and that's, you know. I do certainly feel a pressure to deliver that for people here, though. You know, I have to align with what I talk about on here. I'm struggling with it. I'm showing you me going through it, and we're working towards building outcomes, and I want to bring people with me, but you know, if I'm not really doing a really good job of displaying that, it all defeats the point, right? You know, I have to be in alignment with it. There you go, cool. We're gonna, I guess, need more scissor jacks, because I'm gonna have to concrete in these, but I can't concrete that in until we run the next beam, and the workshop needs to be totally emptied out to do that, and we don't have any space to put everything from the workshop right now, so problem after problem right now. Just trying to think ahead rather than make an error right now and then be fixing it for days or something. It's all well and good to go and put some flooring on here and move all the workshop stuff onto here, but if these aren't concreted in, you can put a bit on them. I mean, that's how the area was set up, was none of this was concreted in, but I guess we'll do the same thing. We'll take off the bracing piece that was here. We'll put it onto here to support these, so I can put some timber on here, put everything over here, lay these beams, then we can concrete them and keep on building. Okay, all right. The brain has processed the information, sort of. Need another jack for this end somewhere. If I can even find one. See the bubble work? See the bubble? It means it's level. Yeah, keep doing what I'm doing, yeah, man. Yeah, just you run into these obstacles where it's like, well, the whole idea was to empty out this area and empty out the workshop all at once, like I did with the other two areas. So you can run a beam and then a beam, and then here at both ends I can't concrete it in because the front stuff isn't torn out to run a beam that way, and the rear stuff isn't torn out to run one that way. That one I can probably solve. I'm going to have to pull all the floor out. There's a little bit of floor. That car is sitting on stacks of wheels and axle stands. It's about that far off the ground, floating. That car is not on a floor. This is a little bit of floor, which goes in front of it, but the car isn't even on it. So the plan was to build the floor under the car. Should we just do that? Should I just get it done so I can get all my parts bins out? Look, here, I'll show you. All my parts bins I put back there have, as you can see, the shelving has collapsed, and all my parts are full of water and getting wrecked because the roof, as you see, there's a big gap in the roof there. Yeah. So maybe I should just smash that out as well, but it's a lot of area to do. But if I do that area, then I can put shelving all the way down this wall. You know, I can run shelving. Rather than in here, I can do shelving all the way down. And get rid of all this shit. Mate, I mean, it's going to add an extra week to the project, but it has to be done at some point. If I get the front finished first and I bring cars in here, then it's going to be the same situation again, where it's a year or two before I actually get that done. And in the meantime, most of the stuff that's here could be literally down this one freaking wall stored. Thoughts, chat? Send it. Bust ass, make it happen, right? I guess. It might be the only way I can do it. I'm just running out of room, guys, and clearing out, moving all the plate. It's gonna. I want to say it would add 2 or 3 days to the project. I think it'll add a week to the project. Realistically, a week to 10 days. But it increases storage massively, and that means I can then get this car out of here. I don't need this car inside at the moment. It's taking up the whole car space inside, so I'm not working on it. Could be that could be your one beat up. That's a factory twin turbo manual 2-seater body. Oh. Reg on hold. Needs a paint. All that fun stuff. Could fit the mission. He said to save him one. Well, I'm saving it. It's inside at the moment, but it'll be cast out to the cold winter maybe. Or exile it outside. Too many projects. Too many bloody cars in here. All right. Because I really can't have it that I'm setting the floor here and moving all the workshop stuff here. There's no point setting it up like this. I mean, as I say, we can pull the boards up, but there's no point setting it up like this if I can't concrete either end of it. But I've run out of room for workshop stuff to even come over there. So how am I going to get all this stuff moved? Where's it all going to go? Need a plan. Where the heck does it all go? I was really relying on building this section of floor to even get the workshop fit torn out and finished. Because they kind of have to be this beam, and then the next one has to be concreted in one together, you know. We need a wall where we need that one. I don't even need to worry about this section being finished to do the workshop. We need to get this section and this section done. And if we need to concrete in at least one end for the stability to put all the stuff on here, we need to do this end. So we need to do that one and that one. So I just need to clear out. I don't need to worry about all that shit there. I don't need to worry about finishing the floor under there right now. I just need to be able to join 2 beams on and run them that way. As long as I can get the 2 beams on and concrete in there and there, the rest of that problem is fine for later. We'll do the workshop. We'll bring all the workshop stuff here, do that, finish the workshop, put all that back. Then we can clear all that stuff onto here. Then we can finish that. Then we can shelve all that. Then we can load it all onto that wall. Right. Everybody understand? Good. I hope you're taking notes. All right. Let's send it. Let's get it done. Why is everything crooked? Why is everything leaning? All right. Let's just send it all to build a floor under that as well. Because I have to concrete these 2 end bits. So, as I say, it's documenting a full Mancave build, building it from, if you come in here and you see a big giant mess, you forgot your notebook. Well, there's your car there, bro. I know, it should really be saved as it's a factory 2-seater Targa top twin turbo manual. It was a very nice car at one point, but yeah. So we need to get this stuff out. Again, the car's not even on the sort of temporary floor up there, so we're going to have to do... Where are we going to put all this shit? What? I apologise to all my other viewers. Literally only people from Auckland will get this joke. Auckland in the early 2000s and 90s. It has to be done. B-Dub will appreciate the joke. Alright? Ready? Where the bloody hell have you been? Been to Auckland's Japanese Car Parts Centre, 244 Church Street, Onehunga. There you go. The New Zealand TV ad history lore there. Yeah. Guy comes into work holding a door over his shoulder, and the boss is like, "Why are you late?" "I've been to the Auckland Japanese Car Parts Centre, 244 Church Street, Onehunga." It's good advertising, that. You know it's good advertising when you hear it 20 years later. Heard you loud and clear. Alright. Yeah, everybody took notes. We know the plan. We got a plan, Lieutenant Dan. There you go. We'll start a bidding. We'll beat up. What's your bid, mate? What's your bid, bro? It's the one you wanted. This is the one you need, mate. Painted engine bay, wire tuck, painted. I've already painted the whole bay on it and shaved it. Already shaved it, filled all the extra holes. It's beautiful in there, mate. You'd bloody love it. Perfect for our lash swap. This was my project car before I got the convertible one, bro. I had the black one, then the red one, and then the convertible one. Maybe someday I'll finish something. Could be a good idea. Could work it out. Alright. Back to the... I don't want to do this mindset. So what's that again? What do we know, chat? Pick up thing, move thing. Pick up thing, move thing. Brain off. Retard maxing. It's very 2026. Retard maxing is a thing now. Stopping thinking and just doing, right? Many a trip there, mate. Many a trip there, mate. Yep. Yeah, I'll leave it here in the corner for you, mate, taking up space in my garage. You come up on your weekends, mate. You come build your fucking car, mate. You've got 2 weeks, mate. Get it done. Bloody drifters, they can drag themselves out of bed for an event. They can build a drift car. Okay, come on, mate. Ellie's spot is here, mate. It's a good one, mate. Do your deal, mate. As I said, if you'd still had your boat, I would have traded it. I really want to build, I mean, that was the main one I wanted to build for myself for a street two-seater that wasn't convertible. I was going to have the convertible and this one. But, like, I've got a couple other two-seaters. There's like five two-seaters. There's probably 3 two-seaters that I'll actually put on the road. A couple of them I'll just make parts cars. Might make one a drifter. Might make one a drift car or something. We'll see. There's a million plans in my head, bro. Yep, exactly. That red one, that deep red one. That's exactly it, bro. Well, that one was a two-seater, bro. It's got the stubbier. The whole car is like that much shorter, bro, on a two-seater. So the rear bumper's shorter, the hatch is shorter, the doors are the same length, but the top differs because the roofline shape's different. Like, yeah, they're just very different, man. Like the gap from the back of the door to the start of the wheel arch on a 4-seater is like this. On a 2-seater, it's like, you know. So yeah, very different handling dynamic to them. One the 4-seater are a Grand Tourer, the 2-seater is a sports car. Yeah, just very different things. You know, who's going to know the difference? Get it? There's a difference. Right? Ow. My leg. Cheeky little R200 there. I wonder my back hurts the end of the day. That's what I'm having happen in the doing all this, guys. Lugging all this shit around. My back's bloody. End of each day. Like, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Honestly, doing like 300, 400 push-ups a day hurts my back more, but there's recovery. Yeah, 2-seater all day, yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, and seabed. That's it. Oh, my neck. I've noticed it in the last few years, bro. You know, I used to be alright with stuff. Now these days, like, my neck constantly, like, no matter when, I can move my neck, and all I can hear in the back of my neck is like, it's like squelching and clicking. Just every time I turn, I get it clicking through my ears and shit. We're getting old, bro. Too much BMX back in the day. Too much falling out of soap carts and BMX always gave me my worst injuries, bro. Honestly, that's what wrecked my right knee and my right hip. My 2 worst injuries are from BMX, and I wasn't even doing anything crazy, just landing badly, even with knee pads and stuff. Versus motorbike crashes, usually don't get injured, to be honest. Shape and lines, yeah, very different shape to it, bro, for sure. That's what I'm into, bro. The 2-seaters are, yeah. That's what I started off with. Got a race chassis there, mate. You can build that space frame chassis, bro. It's got a logbook and scratch build process was followed. It just needs billet done for the suspension arms, the rose jointed whatever suspension arms are track only. But that can be made a street car with a unique body, and it was designed to run an RB30 and an R200. There you go, mate. She's sitting there. Come bring your fucking trailer, mate. Bring your trailer. Alright, now we're bombing into this because I'm just gonna go. I was gonna do the floor back here, but yeah, we need to shelve all the way along here. So, because there's just too much stuff. If I don't get that shelving in, I'm still gonna have the same kind of problems in here, really, aren't I? Casually making all the week of work for myself, which I really want to spend doing cars, but again, you know, I can prioritise right now. I can sort of go, this month I'm just really getting this shit cleared up and done so I can produce cars, or I can continue to battle on with a space that is not working and it isn't yielding an outcome in the way I want, right? So something's got to give, something's got to change, right? So I'll put the time at it. It's well worth it. This is the junk corner. Well, I didn't used to be. When I got in here, I put all my parts. This is where I got like real depressing shit. I rushed in here, got in here, put all my parts and stuff, and then the roof started leaking. In one storm, a branch this big smashed through the fibre light, made a hole, and all the part bins were full of water by morning and shit. Most of them are alright. Most of them have, you know, good lids on them, but some of them had some leaks, cracks in the lid and stuff. So wrecked some parts, but as you can see, I'm not really short on anything. Makes it easier to throw stuff away when it's water damaged, I guess. So it's a helpful pro hoarder tip. You know, water damages shit. And, yep. I shake my head like, what idiot caused all of this? This guy, you know? That makes all the difference when you're working on shit, you're aiming at improving whatever. As soon as you can go, like, all this situation, nobody created any of these situations in my life, right? There may have been other people involved, things can go your way, whatever. But at the end of the day, your situation is yours, right? You sign up for what you sign up for, and quite often we don't really know what we're signing up for before, you know? You don't know until you're in it, right? You learn in the process, so that's the joy of the process, man. Gotta push that bit further, right? Make something happen. Gotta make it happen or it never happens, right? You gotta force things to happen in a time frame where it's always next year, someday. That's what I always struggled with, man. Everything was, you know, everything's, as you can see, it's I'll get around to it. I'll get this built someday. I'll get this done or whatever. At the rate things have been going, if I don't get the shit together in the workshop running right, that'll sit there like projects I saw dad's mates and stuff have growing up. You know, it sits in the shed for 20 years with cardboard, with boxes. You know those cars you see in someone's garage that's got shit on it. Oh, someday we'll build it. No, mate. We're gonna get on with this shit. I don't want to be... Whoa, I nearly lost the phone there. Everybody alright? Everybody alright? We're going on a trip in our favourite rocket ship. Definitely getting the watch hours from B-Dub right now as he watches this. He's sitting there looking at the ZX going, oh fuck, oh mate. Yeah, I know, bro. You've been telling me for bloody over 10 years you want a ZX, mate, and you're, maybe next year. There you go, mate. Look, she's staring at you. Who would have thought, bro? We might finally get there. I just had to make a YouTube channel, lure you into the room, and get you to stare at him long enough, right? Obviously, I'm taking the piss, but yeah. That is an option for you, bro. It is. I'm just saying. Just saying. You'd almost be better off buying that one from out your ways with the LS in it that isn't certed. I was looking at that yesterday, and like I said, I know the guy skids his cars a lot. And again, it's like, you know, one of his pictures selling his car online on Trade Me is a picture of the car doing a burnout. It's like to me, that's never been the way to market a car, bro. It's like, oh, I got this for sale. Look how mean it does burnouts. Look how much I thrashed it. It's like, it's not really what I go for. But again, with all the LOJ kit and all that, I think it's a 4-seater body. But probably sell the rolling 4-seater to someone. Not me. Don't wave it at me. Yeah, you could just slap a VG in that and then resell it. That's another option. If you bought that one, rip the LS, all the LOJ kit and everything out, dump it into this 2-seater. So I think his is 4-seater. And then just freaking sell it off as a roller or something. Could work. There's always options, bro. There's so many ways to do it, right? Because it's what works for you, you know? I don't know. But it's always that out the box thinking that kind of yields a result, right? It's always that. Find a way. Think about it. Same as this shit. It's all the same, right? It's solving problems and finding ways and deciding what's actually viable. Like you were saying, you want something you can drive soon. You know, you don't want to be building it for fucking 5 years. So with the LOJ kit and stuff from that car, you could either drive that car and cert it, but it's the wrong body. But I'd dump it all into another body, paint it, cert it, done, drive it. Take everything out of that car with the full kit that you know works, drives, functions, slap. But it depends what gearbox you got, if you didn't do like a TR60 or something. Because I got my other mate down Christchurch, who'd be your best dude to talk to. He got my old LS motor, the twin turbo one, and he's learned everything about putting an LS in a Z and built most of his own kit and that for it, right? I think he got the LOJ base kit, the cheapest kit with just the mounts and stuff, and fabricated the rest. But again, he spent years building it. It's always a commitment with these projects, eh? Such a big commitment, and then that's what you don't want to get into. Like, that's what I don't want to get into, is these project commitments that take, you know, oh, yeah, I'm going to build this, and then it's like, well, yeah, 5 years and 50 grand to put it on the damn road when you just want to go driving, you know. You don't want it just sitting there. Otherwise, it's all just fucking sitting there doing nothing, you know. That's why I want to cut down on cars and like rehome a lot of cars and stuff. Is, you know, I'd rather people enjoy them. There's no point in all sitting around here not getting used. It doesn't make any sense. Kind of what happened with the last generation. Like you said, all over America, these cars. Granddad put 20,000 miles on it, and then he put it in the shed for 30 years or 50 years. You know, there's all these cars that would have been great for young people in that, or people in their 20s, 30s, whatever, to do up over the years. And like the boomer generation just stuck them all in a fucking shed. Oh, I'm not going to sell it. Oh, we're going to fix it someday, and it sat there like that for someday, forever. And you know. Now it's people restore them or whatever, and it might be a $500,000 car, but it just sits in a collection. It never gets driven. Nobody got to, you know, a car from the 70s or 80s that people could have enjoyed for the last 40 years just sat rotting in a shed, you know. So I don't really want to be part of that, really. You know, got tired of killing them, got tired of parting them out, right? It's like the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, right? He goes, what happened to the chop shop? What happened to my education? He goes, oh, you know, now we restore and we revive. I got tired of killing them. So, yeah. Parts were good to sort of get to people to keep them running and keep the dream alive for them and stuff, but I don't know, man. Got tired of killing them. Parts have to come from somewhere, but I think we've parted enough of them now, and now I'm like stuck with all the parts. Do you a sweet bulk deal? Anybody in New Zealand wants a sweet bulk deal on a whole heap of 300ZX parts? I will. You'll need a at least a 6-car garage to fit it all in. Do you a sweet ass deal. Really good deal to get all this shit out of here. Next thing in front of me. Must be getting weak in my old age, guys. Can barely lift a diff. Target tops no go. When I had that slick top I was tying with, bro, they do feel very closed in. They feel very closed in with the hard roof. I personally, because I'd always had the target tops, I always wanted to pop out the target top roof, and I kind of missed it. Because yeah, if you use the Sylvias and stuff, yeah, I don't have any hard top ones, bro. Used to, but they were the base model, bro. They were known as the base model spec. They're the lowest spec of 300 ZX you can get as a slick top, hard top. Obviously, it's a more rigid body and all that. You know, half cage solves that. Not using the back anyway, so you know you half cage them and shit. But yeah, it depends on your reasons. Like a lot of people just don't like glass roofs and stuff, right? Yeah, they are around. They are around if you can find one. But again, you're looking for a project. You're looking for a broken one, right? You're not looking for a nice one to swap your motor into. Awesome. Yeah, you got it covered, Mandy. You'll be alright, mate. You got it covered. You're right where you need to be, bro. Keep going. Keep going, mate. You're right. Be good. Be good, mate. Just gotta believe, mate. There is quite a problem with all this series, guys. I do have to find somewhere to put all this stuff. Luckily, I can kind of. We're not going to build all the way up the wall in this section right now. I've got a little bit of space to work with. Yeah, all good, Mandy. Just remember, mate. It's all your choice. You made. You got it handled. You've made the hard decisions, but you know why it's been hard. You know you've had somebody around you doubting you a lot, right? And not being supportive. So you know what you needed. You've taken action. It's all under your control now. You're making it happen. You got it, dude. You got it, dude. Just keep going. Just keep going. You know what you're doing. Stop doubting yourself, Mandy. You got it. You got it. I know you're not saying doubt stuff, right? But I know it creeps in. You got it handled, mate. You'll be right. Keep moving. Keep going. That's all it is. It's the difference between success and failure. Winners fail a lot more than losers. That's the reality. Winners have just gone through a lot more failures to get to the win, right? That's why losers lose all the time. You know, things get difficult. People's feelings and thoughts kick in, and they forget who they are. They forget what they're trying to pursue. They get stuck in their own head, and then the opinions of everybody else. You know, you're stuck in a loop. You can't get out of it. Who put all this shit in here? Oh, wait. That's right. I remember now. I remember. Who was this guy? This guy, man. look, more mufflers. I wonder where those went. I might be able to actually provide some exhaust for my mate who needed some. I didn't even have enough for myself, but we found, I think, 2 sets now. That might be alright. Out now. Family time after 6 hours of driving. Awesome, bro. Yeah, get some fam time in. Put the feet up, mate. Put the feet up. Self-doubt's insane in your head. Self-doubt's insane in my head right now. Right now, my head is telling me, like, bro, the amount, like, I walked out to put that outside my head. It's like, look all this mess, look at the chaos. Like, oh, like, what are you doing? You know, da da da. Like, even in the middle of the process of rebuilding the whole workshop and making everything actually set up, and actually getting this place set up finally, I'm finally able to do it. My brain's still trying to beat the shit out of me. That's alright. Keep going. That's what it's all about. So what's the next thing in front of me I can do towards improving? That's all it is, right? Bit by bit, day by day. Let's have a bit more of this water, guys. As you know, I always forget to drink water, so. He's getting dehydrated. Where did I put all those other shelves? Okay. Oh, over there. Get this stuff out of here, man. Oh, that piece can stay. Well, running out of places to put stuff. Do I lay them under here and just, yeah. Under here. Worry about them shortly. I'll probably make a little shelving out of them. So again, we don't have the boards to go on here yet anyway. So while I'm clearing this out, doing this, I can all just move this out of the way. Concreting solves the problem until our big clean up. You guys are all doing well. Gonna build a floor. The car's technically floating in the air, so move you guys over here now. A bit too close, I suppose. What's that? No, still too close. What do you got? Near enough. Near enough. Hey, super. Good to see you, bro. Upgrading your BMX and getting out on it. Nice, bro. Yeah, still smashing it out, man. Yeah, for sure. I wasn't going to do any of this back, but it's just ended up sort of happening. I'm just pushing, like, it's going to add like another week to this, dude, to be honest. But it allows me to put shelving down this entire wall and stuff. Like, I have some back there. I don't know if you can really see, but the old one's literally the whole tower of bins and stuff fell over. So it's going to be a heck of an ordeal. But if I don't do it now, bro, it won't happen for years, and it's just going to mean that the next year, because of all this extra clutter, the amount's going to slow me down. The amount's going to mentally affect me to not want to use the space. It's just not worth it. It's just better to put in a smash out another week of this now. I'll just do it. So I know what's best for me. I know what I need to do. I've had people in my life telling me I need to focus on just building cars, which is why everything got so rushed. And then I've created an environment I can't function in. So that's what all this is about, is making the environment correct for me to actually function and operate, right? Because I can't stand any of it. I've never been okay with any of it. It was just, I got told to prioritise other things, and then the other things still haven't come to fruition because all this is just too much, man. So it's all good. It'll work out. And we're initiating the plan, taking control. All this stuff came free with the flooring, but it's all 25mm square box section tubing. It's got surface rust on it, but we can clean all that up and we can make really badass shelves out of it, all right. It's all, 1.5mm thick wall, big. And so we'll weld up some shelves and racks and all sorts for the walls. We're going to paint all the walls. We're going to replace the clear light. We're going to do many months of it, bro, like gradually upgrading some stuff, but right now I'm hitting it pretty damn hard, dude. I'm sick of it being like this, I'll tell you. It literally makes me depressed when I walk in here when I know what I want to be, and then I'm just people telling me just build cars and stuff like that. It just doesn't work. You know, the space has to be able to function. So make it work. It will all work out, mate. It will all work out, right? That's it. Let it all work out. All this money placing, we don't even have the timber for here yet, so I'm going to end up throwing some random boards over it to move the gym stuff, the workshop stuff over here. So this can all sit here. I'll just lift up a couple of these and take it out. It's not major. I'm running out of tearing everything out. It's meant I'm really running out of space to put things. Like I could only tear out this area in the workshop. I haven't been able to do because there's nowhere to put it. So yeah, having to unload all those shelves, it just clustered everything. Anyway, I'm not whinging, I'm not complaining, just explaining. There's reasons. Definitely need to get my BMX out for a jam at some point, bro. Haven't ridden it for a few months, to be honest. Jesse, get a life, loser. Get a life. Isn't over yet? Alright, well I'll let you, you have to come back to me on that one, Marky Mark, in the weekend, mate. I decided to clear out up the back, bro. As much as I wasn't going to do it, it does allow me to put in a lot more shelving and stuff, so get my tripod to sit somewhere. So we can get shelving up this wall, store a lot more stuff. Probably take this car out, to be honest. Probably take it out and we'll do big rows of like shelving through here and stuff and make it proper. I don't know, we'll see how we go. Obviously there's a lot of stuff, I don't want to be too ambitious at once. I don't want too much ambition all at once. 34 likes, 34. Thank you very much, guys. I'm famous. I'm famous, chat. let's finish up the task I started, guys, and I'm going to get off here, alright? Sorry, I'm not feeling well. Make sure I finish what I was doing. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to call it quits for now, guys. I'll try to be on later tonight in like 2 or 3 hours. I'll try and do some more of this. I need to go something to eat, something to drink and stuff, guys. No, I'm alright. I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. Thanks, guys. Yeah, sorry, yeah, my heart's hitting it. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm just a bit too far gone, guys. Alright, guys. Sorry for the early ending. I'll be back. I'll try to be back 2 or 3 hours. I'll see how I feel. Might be tomorrow. I might take a day off tomorrow or something. Alright, guys. Alright. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here.